Focus, people. Let's stay focused. Your boy Tom 202 coming at you one more again. And thanks to my subscribers who's been keeping me up to date on the latest trades and the brouhaha between LeBron James and Lambeau. And of course, the Derrick Rose trade, which, we knew, was in motion, weeks ago. And, we knew it was possible that D Rose was going to be there, but what we don't know is, we didn't know why until now. Now we know why. Because of Kyrie Irving. So let's listen to an excerpt, see what we can get from it.
34-year-old general manager Kobe Altman, this is the first thing he does in charge. What made it so attractive?
What made it so attractive, you have to look at the landscape of the point guard market out there, particularly when we're talking about the recent developments of Kyrie Irving wanting out. And so I think when you look at the situation that the Cavaliers were dealt with that blow with the Kyrie Irving news, Derrick Rose made all the sense in the world. And there was people were kind of curious and kind of scratching their head when they heard about the links of Cleveland and Derrick Rose. But now that we know what went on behind the scenes, adding a guy like Derrick Rose, who probably hasn't played in an all-star level over the last couple of years, but he's still a very formidable point guard, and you're getting him at a steal rate, 1 year, $2.1 million. So the Cavaliers did an excellent job right here. LeBron James was talking with Derrick Rose throughout the process, and that pretty much sold Derrick Rose to come on board because it's looking like Derrick Rose is going to have a clear shot to the starting point guard gig.
Wow, and that would obviously seem to indicate that Irving would be on his way out.
Isn't there another point guard
with him? You can't mention Derrick Rose, Chris,
RJ?
Of course, without talking about the litany of injuries he has undergone. How much pause do people inside the Cavs organization that you've spoken to have regarding that? A guy that's 28 with that sort of injury history.
Constant. Mr. Glass.
Well, obviously, there's concern there. But if you look at his track record, especially with New York last year, he was probably a model citizen when you look at the health concerns that he's endured for the last couple of years. But look, it's a no-lose situation for them because it's only a 1-year deal, and like I said, for that price tag. And if you look at Derrick Rose's career, he's very explosive, took a lot of pounding. Well, he's never played with a guy like LeBron James who's going to take a lot of that burden offensively off of Derrick Rose. That's going to allow Derrick Rose to preserve his body, probably more so than he's ever done in his career. So it's going to be a pretty good fit. Now, you can argue
Superman.
The natural fit with Derrick Rose probably not being the best shooter playing alongside LeBron James, but I think these are two respectable, honest players when you look at on the court, and I think they'll be able to make it work and mesh.
Let's go outside. Make it work and mesh. Make it work. Make it work and mesh. We want it to work and mesh. Meshing. We're meshing. A little optimistic on that, aren't you, bro? I may have to take my sweater. Trying to mesh. Rose. Meshing. Who's he ever mesh with? Ain't in the game long enough to mesh with anybody. Not to me. Always getting hurt. I don't know about all that meshing, bro. But let's see. They always talk a good game. I'm sure when he went to New York, they was just, yeah, D Rose is gonna hooda hada 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 hooda hida hada hada. He's gonna this, that, and the third, and everything's gonna mesh. And what happened? We traded him. You know what I mean? They always talk this like there's something to look forward to. Then you find out that there's nothing to look forward to. You know, they always go back and they want to bring up statistics. They want to bring up these. Oh, that's not gonna happen. They want to bring up these statistics that these players had back in the day, and that's all fine and well. But the problem is, you know, it's like the music industry. It's like, yeah, they had so many hits back then, but what have they done for me lately? You know what I mean? You're only as good as your last hit. That's the way I look at it. You gotta forgive me for my cynicism and sarcasm, but I just don't look at D Rose as somebody who's gonna mesh with anybody, because he's gonna play for a very short time. Then he's gonna be out. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be out. He's gonna be out for the season. Now, I do question his choice. I do question this, because D Rose didn't have to come to Cleveland and take the league minimum, which is 2.1. There were other teams offering him more, and he took the league minimum to come to Cleveland. That can only be explained by him wanting to play with LeBron James. That's it. It can only be explained by him wanting to be on a championship team that has the possibility, you know, of getting another ring. Because right now, you know, the juggernaut of the NBA, they just don't have any weaknesses. Golden State just doesn't have any weaknesses. It's just, they don't have any. Look. Okay, he's young. He's only 28, even though he's injured all the time. All right, fine. But they don't have no weaknesses. And you get Derrick Rose, and Derrick Rose ain't the best shooter either. Look, the only thing I can think of Derrick Rose doing is I can think of him coming to Cleveland and turning up really, really, really hard. Like coming in like a rookie and just turning up for Cleveland. Like my only explanation is he's about to make this his all-star year. Like he's about to, you know, like when he took the MVP from LeBron. He's about to go hard in the paint. And that's just all there's to it. I can only, that's the only explanation. It's just like you could have went somewhere else and made more money. You know, you really didn't have to come to Cleveland. You just didn't. And the only explanation is you about to turn up. You about to just go straight off. Now, the trade with Kyrie, let's get to the Kyrie Irving stuff, because a lot of you have been really going in on my Kyrie Irving videos. How many videos do you need to make? AMAC or whatever your name is, Sanchez. As many as I want to. This is my channel. But you can keep coming to my channel if you want. But let's get to the Kyrie Irving stuff. Okay, so a lot of you keep saying, hey, your prediction for Cleveland to win is not looking too good, because LeBron is looking at the Lakers and Kyrie Irving is, God only knows who he's looking at. The Spurs, you know. Kyrie Irving's like, I want to be traded. Now, let's just get to it. If Derrick Rose plays all year and he stays healthy, can he be as dominant, as a okay, as effective as Kyrie Irving? That's the real question here. If he stays healthy, if he's not out there getting bruised and battered, if he doesn't hurt a fingernail and then decide to sit out for the rest of the season, uh, can he be as effective as Kyrie Irving? Well, the answer to Cleveland, that answer is yes. That answer is yes. Now, Kyrie Irving, uh, uh, if he leaves, does Cleveland still have a chance to win? And the answer is yes. The answer is emphatically yes, because LeBron James is still there. If LeBron James left, then I wouldn't even made. I would be like, nah, they don't have a chance to win the championship. I would just told you guys straight up, no. But I tell you guys all the time with these 1 year contracts and the way that the NBA is set up now, they build around one or two players. And you better believe if LeBron James wants something, if he says jump, they're gonna say how high. That's just all that's to it. LeBron is not gonna be left out to dry. It's just not gonna happen. Okay? So with LeBron James still on that squad, they still have a chance to go to the championship. Hey, what's up, man? They still have a chance to go to the championship and win. And that's all that's to it. That's the facts, Jack. Yeah, that's the facts, Jack. They can listen. They can get the whole starting four to fall out right now. And you better believe they'll replace them with a whole new starting four that still have the potential to go. That's all. As long as James is on that team, the answer is yes. So you guys are talking about my prediction. My prediction isn't centered around Kyrie Irving. It never was. You know what I'm saying? Now I said if Kyrie Irving stays on that team, they can go. Okay, let me make this clear. I don't think Kyrie Irving's leaving this year. When Kyrie Irving asked to be traded, he didn't say I want to be traded right now. Uh, I don't think he's going to break his contract and leave. These people squabble all the time. Batman and Robin didn't like each other, but they had to work with each other. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they have some differences. Yeah, there's some stuff going on with the team. Fine. Okay, so if Kyrie Irving leaves, can they still go to championship? Absolutely. If Kyrie Irving stays, do they have a better chance of going to championship? Absolutely. So the answer is yes. Either way, they can still go. It's just, to me, a, a healthier player and somebody who's already there might be unhappy. It's being Kyrie Irving, being there, they have a better chance of going and winning. Do I think they're going to win this year? Yes. I'm telling you right now. Look, a lot of you guys are like, it doesn't make sense because Kyrie's leaving. Kyrie's not the only point guard in the league. And who says that he's leaving right now? He said that he wanted to leave. He's asking to be traded. There has to be a whole uh, uh, cadre of individuals involved in that trade. He's asking to be traded. Okay, fine. Is he going to be traded this year? If he is, when? When's he leaving? Any of you guys have that information? Because I don't know. Is he leaving now? If he stays, they have a chance to win uh, a lot better to me than they do Derrick Rose. But if he leaves, they still have a chance to win. It's just that the chances aren't as good with Derrick Rose because he gets hurt too much. If D Rose is healthy, I mean, as far as shooting, he's not a better shooter than Kyrie Irving. But he's only 28. You know, he can get in there. Look, This is what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at D Rose. D Rose can get in there and run with him for about 30 games. Shoot. On your way to work, about to go make that money? Gotta go to court? Dang, I hate going to court. I hate it, man. Right. Hey, what's going on, little man? Little Steve. Yeah. Here's the way I'm looking at. Here's why I'm looking at D Rose. D Rose don't have to play all the games. You got L's, man?
Yeah, well,
You didn't. Yeah, you gotta go to court for that. Yeah. Hey, what's going on? But you can get past that though. Yeah. It's if you hit somebody and you ain't.
right.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might end up in jail for that. So here's the way I'm looking at D Rose, right? I'm saying D Rose don't have to play. They can sweetheart D Rose. They can babyfy him. And I think they will. I think they're gonna put. I think they're gonna. Here's. I think they're gonna play D Rose like. They're gonna placate the fans. I think it's gonna be like, yeah, we'll get him out there. We'll play him 2-3 minutes, a quarter, and they'll rotate him. I don't think you're gonna see D Rose playing any full games until it's playoff time. And it's just smart to do that. Because for one, you get the fans what they want, which is they want to see D Rose. Okay? He's a big ticket draw. He's a big name. When he's healthy, he's he's worth seeing. You know what I'm saying? This is not a scrub. You know what I mean? When he's healthy, he's just worth it. So that's the way I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it like this: get him out there. 2-3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Most of the teams you're gonna play, you're gonna beat anyway. When it comes to the playoffs, let's just say you run into the Celtics again in the playoffs. You're not really worried about the Celtics, Cleveland. And that's the fact. And let's say they make it to the last round. You're not really worried about the Celtics. The Celtics are not. The Celtics are not a team that's just gonna bother you guys and wake you up in the middle of the night like, oh my God, the Celtics. It's just not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, play them in the playoffs hard. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the last round. If you got to make a point to the Celtics. Because last year they made fools of the Celtics. They did. They were just throwing the ball up in the air just to see what would happen. Did it go in? They didn't care because they already knew. But that's what I think. I think they're gonna babyfy him, sweetheart him, and they're going to watch him. They're gonna make sure that he's just good. That's all there's to it. You're gonna watch that ACL, see if he has any pain in it. What your knees doing? How's your back feel? You know what I'm saying? Keep him on some painkillers if they have to. And pull him out if he feels any tweak happening. Like, don't play hard. Don't take them bumps. Hey, if they send somebody in there to bump him around, they're going to take him out. They're going to take him out before the playoffs. They're like, nah, we ain't having that. We already see you sending somebody in there to fouling. The hard fouling, too. To draw a tech on D Rose. Like, we not having that. Get him out of there. We don't really need to win this game. We We're not trying to go 73 and whatever it is. We're not trying to beat the record. We just trying to save up like a distance runner, save up until the last 100 yards and then turn it up. We know that we can beat most teams, and I'm telling you, that's their mind state. We can beat most teams. We're not really worried about it. We'll just save up. Save up until we really need D Rose. Then we'll put him in there when we got to face them big dogs. That championship is happening. Cleveland is right back in it, going up against Golden State again. It's on. It's on. That'll probably be the last Cleveland Golden State match you're going to see ever in the championships. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I think is going to happen. And then I think D Rose is going to turn up in the championship games. Like I say, he's only 28, and when he does, then he's going to D Rose him next year, which means he's going to get a better contract after his 1 year. He might end up getting like a 2-3 year contract for like $15 million, and then get injured and sit out. It's your boy Tone 202. Good morning.